Heyo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Grandmaster Bricks, back with a continuation of the Lego Village table. And boy, I could get used to that view. Yes, sir. I'm gonna flip this camera around and start talking about the development of my table. As well, thank you guys for tuning back in. If you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up and please consider subscribing. Growing this channel, we're over 100 subscribers, which is insane. So if you've seen the last video, I went to IKEA and was able to pick up these tables. They're 55 inches by 23 and a half. Made some mistakes. Lego works in increments of 5. Base plates are 10 inches. And the Lego train that I'm going to add, each one is 16 studs by 16 studs. So that adds another 5 inches. So I want to accommodate for the train. I don't want to limit myself. So what I'm going to do, I got 2 tables. They're 55 inches, 23 and a half. So 2 of those, so it's about 48. The exact is like, what is it? 27... Yeah, 28 and a half inches, 48 and a half inches by 55 inches. Well, I want the table to be 55 by 55. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a giant piece of plywood. And this is forever changing, forever evolving. Just like my display, I put it up, I enjoyed it, always knowing that it was going to come down eventually and this city was going to start, or the villages was going to start being made. And as this continues, it's going to develop and change, and when I move someday, or who knows, this is a forever changing setup. That's why I am going to do the Mills plates, so I can always be, having fun and moving it around. But as I was saying, 55 inches by 55 inches is what we're going to go with for now. And plywood, that is over it's 4 feet and like, it is, what is it? It's like 4 feet and a smidge longer, like 55 inches. Because 48 inches is 4 feet. So it's like 4.5 feet. And plywood, sheets of plywood come by 4 feet. So it would be short just by a smidge, as it is here. So the plywood, how I'm going to do it is I'm going to have a 8 foot by 4 foot piece of plywood. And this is how I'm going to cut it down. All of the brown is leftover. And I'm going to slip these 2 smaller sections. It's 7 inches by 27 inches. And I'm going to slip those 2 small sections in between the 2 larger sections that are 55 by 24 inches. And so it was just one of those like square footage, like math problems that I just had to write out. I had to comprehend fully because I do not want to make any more mistakes right now when I'm building this table, because mistakes equal learning, just evolution. That's how it works. But yeah, I'm so glad I got this hammered out, and now I'm not gonna lose any, square footage for the actual Lego train. So this as well is a good representation of what I was saying. Like, this is a Mills plate. This is like a mini Mills. It is basically a quarter of a whole Mills plate. And this is what I need extra around the whole Lego village so I can accommodate for the train. We will lose a little bit in each corner so that'll take up a whole base plate. And I'll be able to fill it up with foliage and all kinds of things like that. And as well, the crease of the 2 tables goes right here. Just so if anybody was interested where the table is oriented. And so the overhang will happen here and here. There'll be about, a couple, I'm accommodating for 7 inches. So there'll be about 3.5 inches overhang here and 3.5 overhang on the backside. Something I'm going to live with. I'll make sure I don't push extra hard on the edge. What I'm doing when I go to the hardware store is I'm getting, I think it's like $65 a sheet for this plywood. I don't even know if it's plywood, but it's so thick. It's probably about half the thickness of this table. So hopefully it won't warp, things like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use command strips and use that to hold the table snug. Like these smaller sections, I don't want them to be sliding around. And I think because there's going to be so much Lego and weight on the actual table, it won't be an issue. But just to be sure, I'll probably toss, one or two command strips in a few places to try to hold the plywood down. not even going to be able to see it because the whole table is just going to be covered up by Lego and all of the base plates. So that is kind of what I was thinking, what I'm going to do with my Lego table. Let me know in the comments if you guys have built a table. The logistics going into it are way more than I anticipated. Might be one of the reasons I've procrastinated so long for making this table. But it is a lot of forethought. It just doesn't happen. I mean, it can, and it doesn't have to be perfect by any means, but I don't want it to be janky, and I want it to fulfill all the needs that I'm going to be creating within this atmosphere. And I thought it was cool to pull these sets down off the display, really get a feel for what I'm doing. And I was trying to decide, should I work with what I have? Or am I willing to take that extra step to add the extra, basically extra square footage, the extra track that I need for my train? And it's super important for me to add. I have the train in the actual, I have it stored away and I'm waiting to build it. So I want to make this happen. I don't want to put it off. So this is going to be the plan moving forward. We're doing plywood on top of the tables. As well, I'll be able to, if I wanted to, I can even add a third table. So in the future, it's all modular, expandable. I can move this around. Nothing's super permanent. I was considering building a table, and that might be something I do in the future, but it was just going to be so much more cumbersome. I felt like it might have been cheaper, but each table was $75. And you had to buy the tabletop itself, which was $50, and each leg was $5. So each table was $75. And for the ease of use, I'd say that's a big win. And then now needing to go get the extra layer of plywood, it really does make it all that much easier. So I'm going to keep you guys updated. I don't know if I'm going to take you guys with me to the hardware store or if I'll just give you guys an update. I do not know, but we shall continue in the day, and I will keep you updated regardless in this video or the next. And that's how we do it, guys. Wrapping up this episode with the Lego Village, looking awesome. And yeah, just giving you a small update with what I'm doing and the logistics and how it works, because it is not as easy as it seems, and I've been wanting to do this for quite some time, so making sure I document it. I know I do the reviews and kind of the first looks, but moving into a Lego Village, a Lego mock, I hope that's something you guys are interested in and are going to be enjoying. Doing it for you guys as well as for me. Other than that, guys, give this video a thumbs up, smash the subscribe button, and remember, never stop building.